Hi guys. So in the previous videos we already started the WebEye tool, which we are doing. So we are discussing about the SAP business object, the tool called WebEye. I'm Raju, the SAP BO trainer. So we already started the WebEye tool in the previous videos. So please refer my previous videos, which is part 1, part 2, and now it's part 3 on WebEye. We just continue the previous video, which is has we done with the WebEye tool practically. We create some reports, we done the report element, we done the data axis, we done the formats. So let's move on the same scenario and we'll just continue our report in the things. So here this is a report which we generated earlier in the previous part. So now, we done the report element in which we saw how to create a table, like how we can assign a new table, etc. Different formats of tables here. We done the horizontal table format, cross tab, and I also show you the how to create a cell, a blank cells, and predefined objects. If you need any prompting, all the stuff, selections, and under charts we have different types of charts. Like we added all the different types of charts. Like here, you see. We done the stack chart, column based, pie chart. We done the bar chart with the year quarter wise, area chart, and it's some horizontal chart and some bubble chart. And we also added some second report for the same document. And we already done this different times. And we saw in the previous video of how to add a hyperlink, how to add the element link to perform any interactive reports. So in the case if you want to perform any interactive reports, in that case we have to do all these activities, and we already done with the tools options, turn into, selection, positioning, and if you select any object here we get some break option, insert. So additionally all this will get. Now we already done with the format also. If you see this page was designed with the green color, the background color. We change the heading of file, as well as we saw I'm showing you this complete picture of total sales summary. So these are all the different things which we done in the previous cases. We saw how to create a font size, how to increase your font, and the default style like background color, text color, the images, the border size, text style, cell style, the different alignments. So we done the alignment part, which has sizing, padding, and some other environment in which we can perform those activities. Similarly, we also have the next concept called data axis, in which we saw what the data provider. So and how to add the separate next reports on the stuff, like we call as new queries. It means that WebEye is a documentation. In one document we can apply multiple files. It may be from Universal, it may be from Excel files, it may be from web portal, as from the analysis views. All those things we can perform those activities. And we also done with from the web services also. So we saw how we can get all those activities from the web services and all those scenarios in different areas. Next we have option called edit option here. Under edit option, if you want to edit any queries, we can edit the queries. If we have multiple queries like 2, we have query 1 and query 2. In that case, we can also edit the multiple queries on different scenarios. It may be query 1, query 2, and query 3. We can add them into one query and we can perform the activities. So that's how you can add the multiple queries at one place, and we can do all those scenarios part. Still, if you add here, we add only one query here of one query filter. If you want to add the multiple query filters, in that case we can also perform the multiple query filters. In this part what we have here, so we have here. So if you want to add any separate things, like we have here, if I want to add one more thing, extra fields, like I want to add with respect to filter on 2, here we can add an AND operator. We can change as OR, we can change as ON. Similarly, if you want to add any category, you can add subcategories, you can add, or you can make it separately. We can add this to as one plug. This is how you can perform. So it is become AND on this OR. So AND OR. So the different formats you can apply the filters on different areas. So it means that while generating the reports on, basically before generating the reports, all the report will be generated on the SOMIT. So we can perform the various things on this WebI reports, which helps you out to give the perfect reporting environment on a business scenarios. So here we have a lot of information which have here stored here. So we can also add, or we can also do, and we can club them as one single environment. We can use as different single performance activities. All those things will be covered on this part. So like we can add the multiple charts. If you don't need, just uncheck it, just drag and drop, it will be deleted. And if you want to add the individual, just drag and drop from here. I can drag and drop from here also the rest of elements. So we can add, we can use OR operator, we can use AND operator, we can use not in list, we can use on list, as well as you can choose the between, the range, and greater than, lower than. All this example, like we have both match pattern, complete extra activities will be done on the scenarios. So this query filter will basically do the filtering on the before running the query. So once you run here, still if you want to do any other query, then in that case we also have the query filter will be done in the corresponding value of the in the report element itself. So how it will take place. Now, so in this part we have different various elements in which we can perform all those activities. If we don't need any query filter, so query filter we can apply on the individual query, like query 1, query 2. If you want to apply the query 2, we can also perform query 2, but same filter we can't use for the query 2. If you want to use the same filtering option here, you can also get some update from other query, this query. Okay, so we can just get this option from other query, you can get the query options. So this is how we can get the activities of this different values. You can use a both option. So if you want to use the same value, you can also use the same values for prompting. So whenever you do prompting, if we this enter some value, the same value will be applicable on those scenarios. Now, so in this way we can apply the multiple queries filtering of query 1 and query 2 as per the client requirement. And here when you click on this option, we have add query. You can also add one more query from here. This is called the outline data output panel, filter panel. This is a data preview panel. If you don't need, click here, it will become loss and it will be hide. Okay, it is scope of analysis and it's called combined. If you want to add this to combined query, we can add a combined query. So it's a union interaction, we have minimize, union. These three options will be performed. So you can add a query 1, query 2, you can combine at one place, you can do union, we can do interaction, we get a common records, all those things will be happen. Similarly, we have query properties of each and everything. This shows the query properties of each and every order. So here we have prompt order. We can, if you have multiple prompts, in that case we can just make first order, it will be first, second order. So first will be this will be prompting first one. So this will be prompt second one. That's kind of a complete order will be displayed on the scenario. And we can get a maximum rows retrieval. You can take 10, 20 is a maximum retrieval time period. So all basic things we can add for each and every query. This for query 2. If you choose query 1 and make a properties of query 1, it's a query 2 properties. So you can add here. Similarly, here we have view script. So basically, if you select any fields, the scripting will be generated automatically. So the sample script will be generated if you want to perform any activities on the source system. So here we get a query scripting generated by query. It may be 1 or 2. As well as we can use here custom query symbols, which has calendar type. We can use all those system will be generated here. So it may take some time to generate all those different types of queries. So this query fault we have here from the it takes from this value. It also takes the conditions where the output the lookup shop ID equal to shop ID of fact table, as well as takes all the interaction section and I make a group by 2004. So a simple query will be carried on the system. If you want to do any activities on this part, like you want to use a custom query, just click here. I can write my own custom query as per my requirement on certain things. Like we can do in joining option, we can write some complex queries which is on the, it will do on the fly, and it just do some activities while getting the data. So this SQL plays a major role while getting any information on this particular event. So basically I just run the query. I'll take the default value, just some values, prompting. So I can see the value of which is the query 2. It's a command of this query 2. This is how it will take. So it's just combination of multiple queries. So it's all for the edit. And pug, we know in the previous videos, like pug nothing but we may delete, if you want to delete any data permanently on the reporting environment. So deletion of this data only on the report level but not on the DB level. But if I want to need the data once again, just go for the edit and refresh, we get the data. Until unless we make a refresh, the records will be not displayed on the panel. So it's called pug. So I'll show you pug once again. I want to delete the data of this value. I'll make a pug of query 2. This is a query 2. See, now the values are, there is no values, empty. When we make a refresh, so here it is. So it means that when you make a refresh, the values will not be retrieved. Okay, this is how we can perform this activities. So it's called pug. And this option called tools here. If you want to change the source system of query 2, like the query 2 is coming from SAP HANA system of some table name called eFashion. Similarly, if you want to change that's the source system part from the not from the SQL, but we are not from the HANA, but from the Oracle. In that case, both the structures should be same. If the structures are same, then we can change the source system. If the structures are not same, then we can't change the source system, because the structures should be get the same data type. That fields and data type should be same, so that we can easily get the complete scenarios at one place. So we need to remember that the structure, the complete structures should be same in order to perform this change source system activities. So next one we have a export data. So this export data nothing but if you want to export any data from this report to the other reporting environment, like it may be a CSV file or any file format, we can export. So it means just export the data only but not on the report. When I click on the export data, it will export the data as a CSV format. I save the desktop, save, then it was saved. I see the report here, this is CSV file. So here we got only the data but not the report. So this is how the report just like. And these are things we have. Then we have the option called new variables. The new variable is one place where we want to create any new discount field. So here in this, if you talk about this query 1 and query 2, we are getting the measure object like quantity, sales and margin, but I need some discount on the query 1. Query 1, I need some discount on sales price first condition. It's a condition based discount. So I'll go here query discount. It comes in the measure object. So click on measure object. I'll write here it is measure object. So discount, it's measure object. I'll make it the data type. It will take automatic. I need to write a condition. I can write a condition. I can use the different format. Like I can use if condition. I can use any. We have a lot of functionality here. If you want to use the different conditions, you can use the different conditions. Like it will be 1, or you can use the different logical conditions. We have some I'll write directly if condition, if the I'll give the condition which is quantity less than 10 lakhs only, then I have to give then sales into 30 by 100. It's one condition. Else the sales I'll give 60%. Right, I'll just do validate. So it's farmer's credit here. So here what I'm doing is I'm getting a new discount one. I'm getting discount one for the quantity which is less than 10 lakhs. Only those guys I'm giving 30%. If it is more than 10 lakhs, then I'm giving more percentage, like to be 60% discount. So it is on the bill price. So let's me okay. I got discount. This discount comes in the, here it is. So from here I'll remove the date column. Here instead of here I'll add the discount. Here it is. Okay, so here we are getting this value but not values, right? If we are getting like this, it means that the data types are mismatched. Here it takes a string value, but actually we need to take the conditions. Discount measure object, it talks the condition as string, but it's wrong. So I'll directly write a query like sales price into some 60 by 100 and make it validate. It's number, so it's just bring number. We can also use different conditions like less than, greater than, that we can make it validate. Now the value now changes, we'll get a proper discount value. So discount on the particular value, but here the sales are maybe the quantity is different. It has 1000, 100, 250. So that is the values not appear. So this is how we can get some discount value on this particular field. So this is how we can get a discount on a, like it means that we can get some extra variable on discount field. So just click on the discount and just make the conditions based discount. So here we got discount, right? I need the net price. After discount, what is the net price? For that I'll get one more variable. I'll make it here net underscore price. It's a type of measure object. It means the discount minus the actual price, as price minus discount. So actual price minus discount. So it's the formula. So its formula is correct. I'll take net price also here. So is the values of net price. The net price values. So after discount he need to pay, before discount is a 50,000, sorry 50,999. After discount we have to pay around 20,400. This is how you can give values here. Yes. So this is how we can get all those activities in the one scenario. So once you've done all these activities here, you can see there is option called merge. If you have two different queries in a one same report, if you want to wish to merge, we can easily merge this issue. So here what I do is, here for merging I'll just click on the merge option. We can merge with the different elements here. I'll take the year wise, I'll merge. I'll take the year wise, I'll merge. Okay, now the merging will be happen. So these two are merging. So when this merging is started, I can use this city under quarter because quarter one city is not there. So what I do is I'll just drag of city under this part. You can see when you drag of city, what is saying? Cannot drop here. The object is incompatible. It means that if you drag of the discount, see what happened. Discount will become. So this is very different. I'll add a sales revenue. So sales and discount, it means that this is not compatible here. So in order to get the city here, we need to create some detail level object. So we need to convert the city as detail level. So for that, I'll create one more variable. I'll make it city itself, capital. I'll make it this detail, which is equal to query 2. That's all. Now what I do, I'll just end up this city in this part. So merging is not happening here. Merging. So years are different. So let me get the year. Okay, now run the query. Now when I timed up the year, we had year query 2 of city. City this sorry, we are doing this city. But the city for city there is no actual sales price value are not synchronizing. So that's why it's not coming. Okay, once the cities will appear here, it means that I'll show you how the city will be appear. I'll kind of fill here. I need state from one report, city from this variable. It's using query 2. So by the synchronized data is happening, I'll get city, variable city of each year. So is how you can get. So one from the query 1, one from the query 2. So here the state are the different because state has multiple cities. So we can't make it. So we have to do the group by. Then you will get. If we use category for each and city. So again the category has a n number of values. So either in order to do the city here we make a group by. So once you make a group by, then it will get a proper information of cities. So before getting this stuff, so we need the group by. So remember that we need to perform the group by so that we get a proper information. So I'll do it here. Now similarly, next we'll go to option called merging is done. Let's go to tools. We have export. Let's go next option called analysis. So in the analysis part, what happened here, we need to analyze the entire database, our entire records or reports as per requirement, where we can apply some lot of things here. I have filter option. If you need any filter, we can add a filter here. It's called query filter on this bar. It means that when you apply a filter, that filter will be applicable only on that particular area, not on the other areas. I'll go for this. I'll do only California. So this filter will apply only California, yes. Only California you can see. And you can see the chart here. Here we are getting all the values. The reason is I did the filter only on the table, not on the chart. So chart will be remain same. If you don't need filter, click here. Just search this here and remove the filter. Simple. Now it will display all the values. Similarly, you have a ranking. If you need a top 10 values or top 3 values based on some currency or net price, I need a top values of top 5 sales. Add ranking. I'll go for top 3 values. Sales revenue, I'll not count, it will be percentile. So I'll get rank by. Okay. These are all the 20 top values. Last question. Okay. So first one is 1,82,000 some change, or 2006 happened in Texas for a category of t-shirts. Okay. Next one is t-shirt only, but in the California of this sales. So next jewelry will happen in the Texas. So this is how we can get a top 10 values. So top 3 for each and every category. Edit ranking, if you need bottom least one. Okay. So here I'll make both. We'll get least one. So least one is pant in the Florida. So there's a very less amount. Next one is 60. That's all pant only, but in DC. In California we have mini city which has $118. So this is how the changes will be happen here. So once you get this, if you don't get any data, then we make this uncheck it, so the ranking will be lost. Similarly, we have here a lot of input options. So if you want to do any input option on the state wise, here I can write input option. I can use here. First we go for entry field on state. It means we have to enter the manually. So when I do entry fields, here all the values must change. Finish. Now from here, if I see select DC and press OK, is enter. So here you have to enter manually. So we get only DC result. So you can see this is all the DC result. So you can see we can only DC. This for DC only, DC for all the things. This is how we can get all those activities. This is for the input. So we have to enter input manually. We go for next one. Instead of DC, here we have combo box. Let me go for combo box. Let's show you how the combo box will look like. So here you can check all the values. Let me choose Florida. We get California. If you want to see Florida, we can see only Florida. Okay. So this is how the combination will be take place. Okay. These are all the Florida values. I didn't change this value. We saw on this part. We don't need to close it. Simple. Again, if you want to go for one more thing called list values. If you have multiple lists, we can choose multiple list values. I'll do only on first column only. I can choose this one. I can just choose one. So this is how you can choose list values one by one. If you choose this one, so immediately the record will not changes. So it is called the list values of business scenarios. It's okay. These were list values. If you don't need, just close it. Similarly, here one more list, one more box called radio buttons. I can use radio buttons also. So you can choose only one at a time. I'll go for there California. We get only California, DC, only DC, Florida, New York, Texas. This is how we can get only the values. Those are individual values. So we also have one more thing called checkbox. Let's go for checkbox. Checkbox means supports of multiple fields. We can insert only one. If you say make it deselect, no values will be displayed. If you select California, with California, uncheck it. DC, we get only for DC. Florida, we get DC plus Florida. Or California, we'll get California also. So we can insert the multiple values at a time. So it may be a one value, it may be multiple values, but as per requirement. So starting of DC, starting of multiple values. So all those will be occur on this environment. So here this is how we can perform those activities. So starting of each and every activities object one by one as per requirement. If you don't need, just close it. Done. Similarly, we have a lot of options here. Calendar. If you have any calendar type of things, you can define. We have a slim. If you need any maximum minimum value, I need to go over the quantity. You can check the maximum value, minimum value. I can take this double spinner on quantity. So maximum minimum value you can enter 30, maximum 40,000. Increment by 100. That's all. Now we can, like this how we can get spinner. So if you make a spinner like this one, we get all the values, these values. So values are doesn't have, no values will be repeated. This is how we can choose the values. So you can see this. If you just expand, so we got these values. If you make this one, the values are combined. If you add this one, this how the value going to changes. This is spinner. You don't need, just edit. So input control, close spinner. You can just remove it here. Okay. This is already there, then you can just simply close this part. Remove. So it will remove all the input values. So this is how we can use a spinner based on the requirement. So we can use minimum value, maximum value, as you scroll down, right, right to left, left to right, then we get all the values. So this spinner will be two ways. One is we can use single spinner, we can use multiple, double, simple, other stuff. So if you want to use this slider, simple slider of quantity, $4,000, increment by 100. So we get only single 10, because if you have to increase here, and this is 110. So there are no values. So it should be single like this one. So if you use single order, you have to use exact values, which is very difficult. So if you use double, it will be easy. It will be easy. So we got two values. The spinner, has increased like the range. So the values also changes. So all the values changes. And similarly, we have here breaks. If you want to apply breaks on the year wise, so we get all the 12 for one place. So just like a group, which is making a group. If you don't need, uncheck it. Similarly, we have group also, same thing. Here we have data tracking, where you can, if you want to apply and take. So track the last refresh. So refresh now. If anything happened, like when new records are changed, in that case, only those records will be affected on the systems. Without detail. So if I want to see that kind of changes, I'll show you from the file. I'll get some data from the Excel file, data access, new from Excel, so you get idea.